I do not look okay. Hi everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Book It. I am your host, Sav Lewis, and today we are going to be diving into a brand new series that I'm like waiting for the next one to come out. Neon Gods by Katee Robert. Oh my gosh, you can just tell we're gonna have a lot to talk about today. Oh my god. So this is a retelling story of Hades and Persephone. It takes place in a modernized world where Olympus is a city that everyone lives in, and then you have to cross the river Styx to get to like the underworld, and no one ever goes there because Hades is a scary guy, apparently. So the story starts off by introducing us to Persephone, who is the daughter of Demeter, and her two sisters and her mom. Her sisters Psyche and I cannot remember her other sister's name. I don't remember it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, her mother was, elected into the position that she had, and then she is looking to kind of marry Persephone off to Zeus because Zeus is currently looking for a new Hera because he killed the last two, actually. What a great guy. So she's trying to like pawn her off. So they're at like this ball event, and she's really pushing for Persephone to go talk to him, and he's just like, oh, she's so beautiful, oh, I like her a lot. And Persephone's like, I do not like this man. This man is not for me, which understandable. He killed his last two wives. Not really my type either. And so she goes ahead and she leaves the party once she realizes that he is going to propose to her. And basically when Zeus proposes to you, you can't really say no. So she ends up running away and going towards the river Styx. People that work for Zeus start like tailing her and following her, trying to get her to like come back and not cross the river, because once she crosses the river, Zeus technically doesn't have power in the south side of town. He does, but it's more or less ran by Hades. Hades is a myth. At this point, nobody knows that he exists. They think that he's more of just like one of those guys that they talk about, an urban legend per se. So each one of the 13 have their pictures up on the wall. Hades has always been empty, so people think that he was once a person down there, and now they've just kind of been abandoned, and he's not really there anymore. As she starts running across the bridge, because she knows that Zeus has no power, she sees a guy standing on the other side, and he's like telling her like, yeah, you're more than welcome, like come on, hurry, they're right behind you. But he's also not moving, not going to help her at all. So she kind of sees that as like someone's just supporting but not helping. But in reality, it is Hades, and he is not allowed to cross the river Styx, because if so, he would then be taken to Zeus. So he ends up, taking her in and trying to figure out what's going on with her. We meet a couple other of the Greek gods, like start bouncing around here and there. All the entire time, Persephone does stay with him in the south side of town because he, doesn't really want to give her back. And then the two of them end up obviously falling in love because it is a romance novel. She tells her sisters, about him, and her sisters are confused because they've all thought he was just a myth and he wasn't real. He is in fact very real. So she's down there trying to avoid Zeus, and Hades, being himself, is totally fine with it because he can't stand Zeus anyway, and he can't stand any of them since Zeus is passed down through the family. Trying to see what else. Oh, okay. I have like negatives. Let's talk about positives first. Positives. I think this is probably one of the better retellings that I've read so far. I read a lot of retelling stories, if you haven't noticed, with like my entire Wicked Villains series, the entirety of the Dark One and the Lost Boys series. I'm trying to figure out what the other ones. Things I haven't even talked about on this channel yet, like the A Touch of Darkness, read those. Stuff that I haven't really put online yet, but I have read. I like to read retellings. This is one of the better ones just because I felt like this was a book that I could just go through, and I was actually having enjoying the reading. It was smutty, slightly. There was sex scenes. I don't know what I'm talking about. It wasn't as, no, it was. Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't as crazy as Wicked Villains, but this is the same author. So Katee Roberts, from her Wicked Villains series, I completely tore that entire series apart in my videos and online. I was not a fan, but the reason I read them was because I read the Neon Gods series first, and I thought that it was so good, and I really liked it. So very upsetting that her other books didn't go as well. My dog's about to cry, I can hear it. Okay. So moving on to negatives of the book. I said this is some things irritated me overall. One was that the world building aspect that I usually love and takes time was not what I expected, and it was not the layout of a city. I did not like the layout of the city that they built. So they did not spend a lot of time really elaborating on what the whole outline of the world looked like. We do know that it's Olympus, River Styx, South Side. The issue with it was on the outskirts, they did talk about, people being banished from the city. And the way that it made it sound like it was a big circle, it was just kind of confusing, and I did not like that at all. I usually love map building, world building. This one didn't have one that I absolutely loved though. And then something else that kind of irritated me was that these are supposed to be retellings of the Greek gods. The Greek gods and the two most infamous ones that fell in love. People to this day romanticize Hades and Persephone. They are seen as, the love and life and death and stuff like that. But this story was not much different than just two normal people falling in love. If you would have replaced their names, you could have just changed their names to Sam and Catherine, and it would have been the same exact story. And that kind of made me upset, just because Greek gods are supposed to have some sort of something else going on, and there wasn't. Literally, you could just change the names, it would have been the exact same. I really enjoyed this book though. All the negatives aside, I really did enjoy it, because I'm just a sucker for Greek gods and retelling stories. I don't know why he's crying. This book has a lot of spice, and I liked it a lot. Yes. My favorite quote from this book was, "If we were different people in different circumstances, I would get down on my knees and beg you to stay at the end of the winter. I would move heaven and earth and the underworld itself to keep you with me." I'm not gonna lie, if someone said this to me, I'd probably lose my mind and cry and then marry them on the spot. Obviously, we know the story. After the winter, she does go back and lives with her mom, because her mom threatens to starve everybody in the city. She's so dramatic. And it's very frustrating because everyone wants them to be together. Her sisters are very supportive. Zeus backs off. It's just one thing where it's just let them be together. But no, Tamina has to go and be "No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna starve the whole city because you took my daughter." You literally have two more. You're just showing favoritism at that point. I said the smut on this book was a 4 out of 5, and overall it was a 4 out of 5 book. I feel if there was a little bit more world building, I would have had it a 5 out of 5, but that's really something that just irked me the entire time. So that was kind of upsetting, but it's okay. It's still a 4 out of 5, still a great book. I very much enjoyed it, and I'm excited to do reviews on the other one is Electric Idol and Wicked Beauty. And then she also has a new one coming out called Radiant Sin. I think that one comes out February 7th. So my goal is to do all these, not reread them, I just read them. I literally just finished them. Is to have them all make the videos, and then when Radiant Sun comes out, read that and have that video up within a week. That's my goal, because these other ones I was able to read through so fast. They're such a smooth, relaxing read that it was very nice and it didn't bother me at all. So overall, 4 out of 5. Smut, 4 out of 5. I love retellings. If anyone knows any other retellings that aren't this one, or like a Touch of Darkness series, or the Lost Boys series, or the Wicked Villain series, please let me know, because I'm all for it. I would love to hear retellings. That's my favorite thing. But yeah. Okay, I actually think that's it. I don't really know what else to say about it. I really liked it. So yeah, I'm going to post everything on Goodreads. I'm going to go ahead and schedule the video, make the playlist, all that other stuff. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below if you like my videos or if you hate them. Whatever works for you. And that's it. Until next time, bye!